Today in class, we're going to start talking about equations. And the way we're going to solve these equations is by using models to show you what the equation looks like or represents. So in this slide, you can see I have two equations, and I've drawn a balance beam or a scale underneath the equation. And I've placed the triangle right underneath the equal sign to show you that that equal sign means both sides are equal, just like you say when you read it, to each other. So 3n on this side weighs the same amount as 6. Down at the bottom, 5 plus n, 5 plus something equals 12. So we're going to figure out today in class how to solve what number should be in the spot where these n's are. So here's another example. The equation at the top says 4n plus 3 equals 15. So when I just read that equation, when I got to this part, I actually said equals. So again, just like from the last slide, 4 times something plus 3 more equals 15. At the bottom of the slide, there's a picture or a model to show you what the equation means. So for n, we're going to represent it with squares. I have 4 squares. Then every number is going to be represented with just circles. So on the left side, I have 4 n's, I have 3 circles, and then all of that is equal to the right side, which is 15 circles. Now the circles you can also think about as just being the number 1, and then the letter n is a number that we don't know yet. If I want to solve this question, one way to do it is whatever is on the left side, the circles, and whatever circles are on the right side, I could take both of those off at the same time. So I'm going to do that by writing an X on top of it. If I take off one X on the left side, I have to take off one X on the right side. And I'm going to keep doing that until I get only the squares on one side. So I need to take off another circle on the left, another circle on the right, another circle on the left, another circle on the right. Now the question really just says 4n equals, now I should have 12. When you get it down to just squares on one side, all of these circles have to be equally shared between those boxes. So if I have 12 circles on this side and I have 4 boxes on this side, all I really need to do is 12 divided by 4. If I do 12 divided by 4, that's going to tell me how much is in each one of those boxes. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. If I put a 3 inside each one of these boxes, I can add them up. 3, 6, 9, 12. So now my picture of 4 squares equals the same thing as 12 circles because they all represent 1. So if you look at your homework now, we're going to do the first 4 questions together. Question number 1 says 4n equals 12. Now this question doesn't have any circles on the left side. I already have just squares. This kind of looks like the question on the other slide, so I don't need to cross out any circles. I have 12 on this side. I have 4n on this side. Once you get a question to look like that, it's really just division. I want to do 12 circles divided equally by 4 squares. And that is still 3. If I put those numbers in the boxes, 3, 3, 3, 3, I could add it up just like I did last time. 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 now equals 12. So each little n equals 3. And that's all you do to solve the problem. Question number 2. This question says n plus 2 equals 5. So now on the side that has a square, I also still have circles. So I'm going to do just like I did previously. I'm going to try to get rid of all the circles on the left side so that it just says the square equals and then how many circles it is. If I get rid of one circle on the left side, I have to get rid of one circle on the right side. Get rid of one circle on the left side, get rid of one circle on the right side. Now the question just says one box equals 3 circles. So it automatically tells you n equals 3. Or this box, if I want this to weigh the same, this is 3, this is one box equals 3. So I put the 3 over there. 3 equals 3. So on this question, n equals 3. If you put it back into the equation, is 3 plus 2, 5? And you should say yes. Question number 3. This one's written backwards, but we still solve it the same way. The question says 11 equals 5 plus 3n. So here's my model. I have 11 circles equals 5 circles plus 3 boxes. So again, on this side that has squares and circles, I want to get rid of all of these circles so I can know how much these 3 boxes represent. So I'm going to start crossing it off. Cross off one circle on the right side, cross off one circle on the left side. One circle on the right side, one circle on the left side. One circle on the right side, one circle on the left side. I'm going to keep doing this until I get rid of all of them, so I only have squares. Now I have 3 boxes, or 3n equals 6. So if I write that question down, 3n equals 6, I could figure this out. Just divide 6 divided by 3, because I want to share all of these circles equally between these 3 boxes. If you do 6 divided by 3, you should get 2. And then that means each one of those boxes represents 2. If I put the number 2 in there, I could count it up. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 more is 6. So now 6 equals 6. In this question, n equals 2. Alright, the last one we're going to do together is number 4, and it's very similar to the first problem on your homework. When you read the question, it says 5 equals 2n. So if I look at my picture, I have 5 circles on the left side equals 2 boxes on the right side. Now I don't have any circles over here that I need to cross off. So really, I'm just going to solve this problem. 5 divided by, I have 2 boxes. 5 divided by 2 equals, now this is an example where it's not a whole number. If you're not sure what it is, you could actually divide it. 2 goes into 5. Now I have extras left over, so I'm going to need to make a decimal. I got 2.5. If you think about this also as money, you could think about, oh, I have $5. I need to divide it or share it with 2 people. How much money would they get? They would get $2.50. So on this one, n equals 2.5. Now if I write that in the boxes, 2.5 plus 2.5. That should equal 5. So now my question would say 5 equals 5. And the n is worth 2.5 or 2.5. So you guys are going to keep working out the rest of the equations the same way. Remember, if there are circles on both sides, you're going to try to get rid of those so that it looks like this question and all you have are boxes or squares equaling an amount of circles. Then you just turn it into a division problem and you'll know how much each square or n is supposed to equal. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know.